Okay, Shugs. I want to start with like an overview of Gibby Point. Like, from what I noticed, there are like two lots to actually build on. Like, there's one in the top right corner and one like in the top left. Those are the actual lots that are quote unquote empty that you can build on. Other than that, there's like a couple vacant homes. There is a camp. Well, there's more than a camp. There's a fitness retreat. There is a outdoor camp for kids. There is Love Highland, that is the romantic competition camp. And there's basically these camps that you can use for getaways. You can honestly use any place for a getaway. You can even do like a staycation. You can do like a getaway at a family member's house. You can do a getaway basically anywhere. And I'm going to show you how. So let's take a look at the getaways. So I'm just going to click on my phone, go to the travel icon, and then I'm going to click on getaway. So you'll do the same thing like if you choose a fitness retreat, a romantic competition, or the outdoor camp for kids. You click on the phone and click on the option that you want to choose. So this is going to say start an event. So you have this right here, plan getaway. You should see plan getaway. You got to select your place, set a schedule, and then set your rules. So just for this sake, I'm going to just go straight to Gibby Point. So I'm going to go straight to Gibby Point. And I'm just going to choose, where's the retreat? So I'm going to pick this map right here. So for my getaway, I'm going to choose custom venue, the Revive and Thrive retreat at Jellyfish Junction. So boom, I have my location. So you also want to look up here. You have the option to make it recurring. So just for the sake, I'm going to click on recurring and let's have it recur every Friday. So it's going to pick 2 days because I have 2 nights. But I want to make it 3 nights. So let's go ahead to 3 nights because I feel like that's more suitable. And we know how fast the time flies on The Sims. So we're going to click 3 nights. So it's going to start on Friday. So it's going to last Friday to Sunday, the weekend. And we're going to have that every week. So it'll start basically now. And the end time is going to be, we're just going to say that people have to get to school and work in the morning. So let's do the end time 6 p.m. on Sunday evening. So boom, I have my location, I have my type, I have my nights, I have it recurring on Fridays. So now I'm going to click the next option, which is to schedule. This little clipboard looking joint, that's where you set your schedule. So you do have schedule presets that you can choose from. You can create your own, or you can go by one of the presets that they have in here. So just for this sake, I'm going to go ahead and let's do create new. So it is quite a bit in here for you to do. You can do a lot. You can do a lot in here as far as customization. So I'm going to hit create role. So these are your roles for your people. So right now I have a total of, I'm going to do 2 people in this role. In this role, I'm just going to call this the guest. Matter of fact, I'm going to say this. I'm going to do a custom video. I'm going to do another video about this. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to click right on here and we're going to choose the fitness retreat presets. Yes, we're going to go ahead, yes, to change the schedule. That's going to let me know that it's going to oversave. It's going to save over top everything that I just did. So I'm going to hit OK. So boom, now we have our fitness retreat schedule. You see they have a whole itinerary in here already that you are able to add events to based on the available time slots, but you don't have to. So the Sims will mostly, now from what I've seen, they mostly follow this to a T. Of course, there may be some buffering times. Like I know there's like 1 to 2 sim hours where my Sims are just kind of waiting to go to the next thing. Like the next thing has already started, but they're like loading out, if that makes sense, of the previous task. So yeah, but you have your retreat guests. So you click on each of these little icons and you can click on the people again to choose who you want. So right now I have 4 of 6 people. So I'm just going to pick some people at random so that we fill up the 6 quota. You do not have to. And you have your retreat leader, and you can also change that person as well. But this is my homegirl, so I like to keep her in there. And since this is a fitness retreat, we have fitness trainers. And once again, you can change those people too. And you can even up how many you have. And then after you're done choosing your schedule, you're going to go ahead and click the one right to the right of that. And that should say set rules. So then you can choose some rules at a maximum of 5 that we have available. So we're gonna do an activity shuffle. So this means that the activities that we picked previous, these ones, they're gonna change to random things. So I do like to have that one on because I like them to kind of be surprised at what their schedule is gonna be like, unless you want to have them set to a certain thing. So then you got cute little things down here, a neat little thing, should I say, like the Renaissance Studio. This is a creativity joint. So creativity thrives in this environment. Sims build creative skills faster and produce higher quality crafted objects while on a getaway. So you can choose different things like this that you may want them to have. Like you can have a house of grudges. Like there's so many different rules in here that you could have. Like you'll fall in love faster, etc., etc. You can do elimination contests. So I think that's pretty neat. Of course, the romantic elimination contest. And these actually give you like little rewards and stuff at the end of them too. So for the fitness one, I'm going to do hardcore mode. Comfort is a luxury. Needs like hunger, energy, and hygiene will decrease more quickly than usual. And then you have to choose who is this going to be assigned to. So you can assign this mode to everybody, but I'm going to give it just for the guests. And you don't have to pick all 5, and I'm not. So I'm just going to close it out there. Going to hit done. And now it says, are you ready to start this getaway now? This will end any other current running events. Now, mind you, I picked Friday. It's Tuesday, but I want to go ahead and go on the getaway now. So I'm just going to hit OK. And just like that, we're going to actually go to the getaway now. Okay, so boom. And just like that, everybody that we assign, they're here and ready for the getaway. Up here in the top left corner, you have what you have going on for your getaway. So you see the whole day's events. You have 12 a.m. sleep time, 7 a.m. workout, 10 a.m. have breakfast, 1 p.m. free time, 6 p.m. have dinner, and 9 p.m. self-care. And it'll just repeat. If I set it the exact same way, this will be the exact same way tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But because I chose random, each day is going to be something a little different. So now you see it's time to have dinner. So most of the Sims are going to go ahead and follow suit. They're going to go into the kitchen and begin either making dinner or waiting for dinner to be cooked. As you can see, they're all like getting in place and doing their thing, with the exception of a few of us that are out here talking. So eventually we'll all make our way over there. Like I can just go ahead and tell my dude to go over there, and usually the other townies will go ahead and make their way over there as well. But you see the gist of it. You tell them what to do, you set up a schedule for them, and most of them are gonna follow suit. Of course, it's going to be a little buggy because I did notice there are some bugs. Like I said, there's like that 1 to 2 hour of sim time that they are just either trying to get over there to what they're supposed to do, or they're loading out of the previous action. That is just what my experience has been. So y'all might have noticed that we have diving boards. So this is another bug that I have noticed, is that sometimes if the line is too long for the diving board and they start talking in line, nobody ever goes up. I've had to debug them and like move them out of the way, so that way they can continue to dive normally. Because if not, they kind of just sit there in the line and nothing happens. But as you can see, there's also little things here. If you look beside them, now I didn't put any of these on for a reason. I wanted them to have their own things going on. And you can see, if you look at this one, like self-care, there's nothing for the guests. So the guests technically don't have nothing they should be doing. Whereas your retreat leader, they are like here to be friendly and clean. The fitness trainers will be making smoothies. They'll be washing their asses and being friendly. So like if you go back up where it says have dinner, like the retreat guests, we're supposed to just be eating. The retreat leaders are supposed to be serving meals and cleaning, and same with the fitness instructors. So when you assign some of these tasks, there are also like little brackets that drop down. Like if you're familiar with the business and hobbies, there's certain things you can assign to certain groups of people, and they'll do them at their scheduled time. So right now, everybody's still in there cooking. A lot of the guests are just sitting down waiting to get fed, and some of the leaders are cooking the food. And also, if you hover up here at the top, right here at the top where it says fitness retreat, to the left, if you click it, you're able to edit the getaway. So for example, because I don't have anything for my guests to do during the self-care, I'm actually going to go and edit that. So if you click on these drop-down menus, so right here, self-care time, it's going to drop down. You're going to see all those familiar little bubbles that you may have seen in the business and hobbies pack. So we see that retreat guests have nothing. So I'm going to add something for them to do. And there's quite a few things that you can add in here. So I'm going to have them be flirty. I'm going to have them bathe and shower because it is self-care time. And I figure self-care, like maybe video games is something that you do for fun. I'm going to have them do archery. And then where is my fitness? some of your hobbies. I'm gonna have them do yoga, and then also free weights are back. Free weights are actually finally in the game, so I was gonna have them do free weights. Did I lift? Oh, lift free weights. There we go. So this is what they'll do during the self care time. So now, once I hit done, and you now see that the retreat guests now have something to do. They have all those things that I picked right here. But I also want to show you the free weights. Because y'all remember these were teased like very heavily in the Love Struck pack and they never showed up. So that was a big letdown. But now we do have them. And you can actually use them and you can teach a class with them as well. And depending on their fitness level would depend on what size weight that they use. So they will be doing a bunch of stuff in here with these free weights, all different types of squats, different type of lifts. You can choose different types of workouts that you may want to do or have your sim do. Like I said, you can also lead a class. So look, you got your arm day routines. You can lift with certain people. You can mentor people, and you can teach a pop-up class for actual money. So I'm curious to see if I can use this with the business and hobbies pack. And also, one thing to note is when you are choosing like your roles, like over here for your guests and stuff, you can even hit the details and choose what kind of criteria for them. Meaning, not everybody has to be welcome everywhere. Like you can do certain genders, regions, occults, careers, relationship status, celebrity level, and much, much more. So I don't do that, but you can also go ahead and choose their activities. Also one of my favorite things that I noticed is the outfits. If you want everybody that comes here to wear a certain outfit, like right now, since it's a fitness retreat, everybody's in that athletic attire, which is why it's checked. Or you can change it. You can be a dress code, and they have a few that you can select from. You can change the color, or you can do a custom, or it could be a nudist retreat and none, if I'm not mistaken. But I do this sometimes, so that way I can choose how I want everybody to look. And everybody comes in those clothes. The only person that didn't show up in their clothes sometimes is like a sim that I'm playing with for whatever reason. But eventually they end up changing. So overall, I really do enjoy the getaways. I do think the getaways are a fun way for us to schedule things for our sims to do. You can even do a getaway at home and just plan your entire day and have your sims follow that, like I said, to mostly a T. Now, this is the first pack that I've absolutely wanted in a while. So I'm loving this pack, and I'm going to have more videos based on this pack coming for y'all soon. Primarily the next video, I want to dive into the build and buy mode just to see everything that's there. Like I want to take an in-depth tour of all the items on the screen and actually show you them in like functionality and just like what they actually look like up close and get more of what this pack actually has to offer as far as build and buy. There are quite a few items, and I do think a lot of us will really enjoy this pack. So stay tuned for the next one. It's coming soon. We're going to dive into build and buy items. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is dag. Until next time. Peace out, Shugs.